Chaney, what was it like hearing your name in the starting lineup, and the crowd really gave you a really big applause for this being your first time in Neville doing this?
It was a great feeling. It was honestly a blessing. I think it's my second time starting at Neville. I started the AUM game last year, and then this is my second time. It was an amazing feeling, man. I'm just grateful.
Miles, you had 10 rebounds today against a team that really excels at, on the offensive glass. How much of a point of emphasis was that for you coming into this game, and what I guess helped you, on the glass today?
I mean, it was a huge emphasis. I know when we played South Carolina, we kind of got killed on the glass. And with Janai being out, the guards had to rebound down a lot. So I just took it upon myself to stick my nose in there and go get some of those boards because I knew it was needed for this game. Mississippi State's a physical team along like South Carolina. So I knew it was huge for me to go down there and rebound.
I guess for both of y'all, Chaney, first and foremost, Chris Jans, Mississippi State's coach, said you guys were the more physical team for most of this game. Was that a goal heading into this matchup?
Definitely go. I mean, like Miles said, and like Dylan said, the pregame presser, we got punked by South Carolina. Knowing that Mississippi State is also a physical team, knowing that they have great energy. I think they might be fourth in rebounds in the SEC. So, I mean, we knew we had to come box out and just be the most physical team, and I think we did that today.
Chaney, you had 4 blocks tonight. Coach talks a lot about how you've transformed your body this offseason, but you've changed so much since your freshman year at UAH. Can you talk about what has gone into that and like how your game has changed?
I'll say, I mean, Coach Damon Davis on my strength and conditioning, he does a great job. I mean, Auburn, I mean, it's just so many tools that you have at your fingertips here. We have a great nutritionist with Emily, like I said, Damon Davis. And if you come here serious, and take everything serious, a change would definitely happen. So,
but a lot of his strength is God given though. Like, don't get that fooled.
Chaney, you needed some extra rebounding with Janai out. What does it say about Miles that he stepped up with the double-double, the 4th one of his career?
Dog. That's what I say, man. I mean, double-double, it's crazy coming from a guard. Like, they just shoot, he gonna go grab it. Like, I don't even got a rebound. Like, I know Miles down there, he just gonna grab it. So, I mean, it just testament to, I mean, like he said when we was out there, he just really wanted to come to Auburn, his main purpose, come to Auburn and show people that he could guard truly. And, I mean, he guarded, grabbed rebounds, and made threes. So.
Question for either of you guys. Seems like this is like the 3rd or 4th game in a row that we've seen Denver come up with just like a huge block. How much do you guys see him work on that? But like more than that, just what does it say about him as a defender?
I mean, I don't think it's like nothing you can work on. I think it's just instinct. I think he has great instincts, and that's a part of being a great defender, as we all know. So, and he has a 40-inch vertical, so that's another fact that goes into play of that. But he's just an overall great defender, and I think he makes a lot of plays that has great instincts.
Miles, Josh Hubbard for them went 2 of 12 from the field. They shot 3 of 24 from deep. Just y'all knew going in they were very guard driven on offense. What was the key to slowing them down and affecting them as much as y'all did and holding them to such a really bad night shooting the ball?
Right. Like you said, just lock into our matchups. We knew they were very guard heavy. We knew what Josh Hubbard could do. We knew what Claudel Harris could do. We knew what Melendez could do. So we took those matchup personal, and you see on the stat sheet how it went.
Chaney, last year, maybe early this year, it seemed like Chad Baker would get baited into some fouls and stuff, and it seems lately he's sort of turned the switch and he's sort of baiting other teams into it. Have you noticed that?
Oh, yeah, I noticed that a lot. Chad's a smart player. He's a very talented player. And you feel me? A lot of this don't get seen, but he talk trash. He'll bait other people in the fouling them. So, I mean, that just goes to show what type of player Chad is and the type of dog mentality that he always plays with.
Miles, working in the backcourt with Denver just throughout the offseason, in the time you've known him, what have you seen out of him and his defensive skill set? I mean, BP talks about how can just kind of put him on the other team's best guard, and he can kind of shut him down over the course of the season. What do you see that makes him so good at that?
I mean, just the way he just stays solid, and like I said, his instincts. I mean, the whole summer gearing up to the season, he was guarding me, so if anybody knows how he guards me. But, yeah, his instincts are just crazy. Second to none. He really just stays solid. A lot of not good defenders. They jump at everything and real antsy, but he just stays solid on every move and makes him a great defender.
Question for either of you. Chad Baker Mazzaro's hot start. What does that do for the morale of the team going the rest of the game?
Gives us energy. I mean, we playing in the jungle. Jungle feeds off that. We feed off the jungle. CB feeds off the jungle, and we feed off CB. So it just gives us energy. And it just allows us to lock in more and be more focused to try to build that lead even more.
Miles, what did you think of Tahad's windmill at 6'1"?
I mean, I knew he had bounce, but just to see it in person, just along with Jakai in front of my own eyes, was crazy. Like, I didn't think he was gonna go windmill. I thought he was gonna do a little one-hand dunk that we all know he could do. But the windmill was crazy. Like, I went up to him after. I said, "You a bad man."
For both of you guys, like there was a stretch there in the second half where they started coming back a little bit, and then y'all locked in, went on another 10-0 run. What was the difference there? Just kind of just flipping the switch, or what happened there down the stretch?
I mean, just refocusing. I know we knew we had a lead, and we're trying to keep that lead. I know we had in Texas, we kind of let that slip away, so we didn't want to repeat that. So we had to just lock in, get a couple stops, and finish the game.
I would say basketball is a game of runs. So teams gonna go on runs, we're gonna go on runs. But I do feel like we need to start putting two halves completely together. I feel like sometimes we let our foot off the gas a little bit, start being a little more lax. And that just shows, I mean, we go in the film room tomorrow, watch film, and I mean, for a team that's doing as well as we are and being number one, I feel like we still haven't reached our full potential yet.